I swear we had a name.
I swear we did. I was almost certain. It was some pun, I think, Phil came up with. Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday, and we're actually going to play Mutants and Masterminds this week. Crazy, I know, right? This is episode 6, Doubling Down. So what happened? We're gonna need a good recap. If there's only a person who takes detailed notes, potentially in rainbow pen, with a New Jersey accent, could be, I don't know, somebody in their early teens.
Oh, Chip's no longer in his teens, but I'll do it for me.
Kelly, take it away.
All right, so this was mostly like day 4, nighttime into day 5, but session 5 of our time together. So we're going to start with something that I wrote in parentheses. I do not know this. So this is things that only Shade knows, but that I do not know. But
You want me to fill that in before you start?
No, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Shade went down to Synapse's office and found a smashed wheelchair and a pool of blood. And then he came to wake us up and filled us in. So now I do know this. I probably should have put that in my notes, but I didn't. I suggested that Synapse may be left with the truck. He wants to find Synapse's tracking device before we jump to that conclusion, though.
No.
Then, Shada brings us into the crime scene. She gives us a security team. She gives them a briefing. Don't get close or touch Synapse if we find him. Important note. Chip is put in charge of sweeping 2 floors. Velasquez was the late night quartermaster guy, but he called in sick tonight. Interesting. I can't turn my page. I got it.
The gel pens, they stick.
Note to self, add a full toolkit to bag, not just a screwdriver. Something must have happened that I needed something other than a screwdriver. Shade and I found more skin in a vent, and however, that skin looked like it was stitched together. And then Chase found $3.2 million missing in the log room. Chep discovered that a page is missing from something called the phone book. It's an accurate guess of the stock market over the last 50 years. We decided to go after the truck. We found an abandoned building with an electrical team all around. They got called in because someone cut the line at the same time that the truck disappeared. We discovered that the street appears to lower into the sewer, and the truck, however, is too tall to drive in the sewer. And we got stuck and couldn't figure out how all of it worked. Now I have a page that I have titled Theories and Follow-Ups.
Oh, good. Here comes the tinfoil hat.
Yes.
Laura, every single campaign, Laura.
Yes. I work it into my character. I'm a curious 12, 13-year-old. Bagby was just crazy. Okay, bullet point number 1. David Hernandez was the van driver. Blank Velasquez, I don't know his first name, was the late night equipment worker who called in sick. Synapse is the possible mastermind telepath. We don't know the extent of his powers. Is it mind control? Is it telekinesis? But what is his motive for taking the money? Chucky is a crackhead and owes the Petrovs lots of money, and he is smarter than he seems. He has motive, and he always seems to show up when we're connecting the dots. Because I believe that means that Chucky showed up again last time we played, and I don't remember why, but he definitely showed up again. Shay, do you remember why he showed up?
He did not show up. What happened was Shade, I received a phone call from Abruza Petrov, a member of the Petrov family. He wasn't sure who he was contacting in the first place and realized that he was talking to me. And that they're basically holding Chucky for $150,000.
That's right.
Not an insignificant amount of money.
No. And then there is Intangible, who is a super who can go invisible, possibly involved, question mark. What we know and leftover questions. What is with the street and the rocks? Possibilities. Number 1, the truck was lowered, unloaded, and then drove off away from the cameras. Number 2, trucks lowered into the Crux basement, so it's actually right back in the building. Or number 3, the truck actually went up and flew away. And those were my notes from the last time we played, like a year ago.
It was almost a month. Yes.
Yeah. It was a while.
It was a minute. Hey, Low Res, thanks for the follow.
I've not seen.
Do you happen to play Smite?
Are you better than high res?
Low res?
Because
Yeah.
anything is.
Okay.
By default, low res is better than high res.
High res studios, yes. All right. That's where we'll. I didn't hear anything you just said, Patrick, because as per usual, you're muted.
It was nothing important. I was laughing at Phil's comment, Kelly's recapowski.
Kelly's recapowski. There it was. We need to make a splash page for that. Kelly's recapowski.
I'll write it down.
Okay.
It still needs a splash page that goes up on the
It does.
Twitch.
It absolutely needs a splash page.
Kelly's recap.
Kelly's recapowski.
And the letters definitely need to seem scribbled, but they also need to kind of move a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Yeah, thank
They
you.
also need to be made in word art.
I'll definitely. Yes, all this After Effects work that you guys are saying I should be doing here. Yes, I'll do that immediately.
Word art.
The rainbow one, if
Well, as
possible.
long as I'm using word art, it's in 3D. I can do 3D. And
Everybody shut up. Okay, so Shade, you just got off the phone. It's the middle of the night. The kiddos haven't really slept. I say kiddos, but 2 of them are fully grown adults.
So is this still the same? No, this is the next night. Night 5, right?
No, it's
we
that
went to
same.
the-
It's that same night.
Oh, we went to the crime scene in the middle of the night?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like the next morning. We went
no,
to
It's the next morning.
We hit the crime scene in the morning,
Yes, you were correct.
and we spent the entire day trying to figure out the stupid truck thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is this evening following.
evening.
The
So-
evening following, trying to figure out the truck thing.
So this is day 5.
So night 5.
Night 5, yeah.
Session 6.
Okay. Shade, take it away.
All right. Well, I slowly lower my phone as I'm shutting it off, and I look at the group and I say, "We got a couple stops to make. Follow me." And I head to my office in the Crux.
Ooh, I don't have a background image for your office. I feel like I should at some point. Okay.
saying this stuff with some definitive authority there, Super Chief. You got a lead again?
My friend Chucky's in a little bit of a situation. We need to take care of it.
I mean, I know I've only known him for like less than a week, but isn't Chucky kind of always in a situation?
Well, he's always in some sort of situation, but nothing like this before. So we just need to take care of it, and I'm going to need your backup.
How come he always shows up like exactly at the moment that we either need a distraction or he shows up with really relevant information?
How many comic books have you read, Kelly?
I've read a lot of comic books, and I know that there's a thing called a red herring that just like keeps coming in to make you think that it's important.
Oh,
Right.
I want to stuff right
Right.
here.
So you're always sidetracked doing something else during that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also started.
You're trying to make sense of something that has been established generations before you were born.
I think I'd also like before I got sucked through time. I also started playing D&D with some of my like nerd friends, and it seemed like there was always a repeating like character that would come in when the team was stuck and they needed something else to do.
Laura Lynn, do we need to have a fucking conversation right now? Because we will have a fucking conversation right now. Well, I'll put you on cap, all blast.
Yeah. You really pissed off the fourth wall.
I did an amazing job last night, and you need to show some goddamn respect.
You did do an amazing job last night. You also have a character in this game that just keeps coming back.
Charlie Day. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I am him. Hello, phone. Okay.
I lead them to my office. We go ahead and go in. First thing I say is, Shep, closer, don't touch anything.
Okie dokie, Buster.
They can look around if they want.
What would they see? Describe.
It's fairly nondescript. It's believe it or not, very meticulously clean. Everything has its place. Not something you would necessarily expect from Shade.
Dude, that makes actually total sense to me. Shade is a clean relaxer. To relax, he
Right.
cleans stuff. That makes total fucking sense to me.
Right, and he makes sure that someone comes in and cleans every night. But he is a tech person, so there's lots of techie stuff sitting around, things that he's been messing with, gadgets. Once again, still meticulously placed around the place. Multiple monitors on his desk. Strangely enough, though, there's a dot matrix printer sitting there, as opposed to a laser printer with the paper with the holes in the sides.
Yeah. Does anybody not know what a dot matrix printer is? Go ahead and raise
I
your hand.
absolutely know what a dot matrix printer is because they were like just sort of going out of style when I got sucked through time.
So, Phil, it's the type of printer that has the punch holes on the side that would rotate, and it's like brant, 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 as it goes back and forth. Yeah.
And you would then tear the
Yes.
stuff
It was
off the
perforated.
sides.
It was perforated.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
perfect.
can I play with that?
And you want to play with the printer?
I just want to tear the sides off the paper. It's really relaxing.
There's some in the trash.
Thank you.
Excuse me,
And,
the recycle bin.
the child is digging through your trash. Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want Kelly digging through your trash?
It's in the recycle bin. It's gonna get shredded anyway. If you want, there's some bubble wrap in the carton next to it.
It's the stuff he's gonna shred.
Oh, God.
I go ahead and I sit down at my desk,
That's going to end up on eBay.
and what I do is I take a moment to connect to my financials
Mm-hmm.
on my my hard drive,
Yep.
and I prepare 2 separate cred sticks.
Okay.
One holds 100,000, and the other holds 50,000.
It would be burner one-use debit cards, but that's totally believable that you would have something like that.
Okay. So they're debit cards, and I go ahead and magnetize those and get those get the money transferred. The information for the money transfer onto it. And that's basically all I need to do here at the office.
Okay. What is the amount of each one, if I may?
100,000 on one,
Mm-hmm.
50,000 on the other.
Sounds good. Okay.
So basically, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head on over to the Neon Nightlife again, where the Petrovs are all holed up. I think that makes more sense to go there than to head out to the Petrov Manor. Now, something you need to know about the Petrov Manor. That's where the old man Petrov lives. And he likes to keep his personal life separate from his business life. He doesn't like to cross the two. We don't like to bug him out there because that just opens a whole new can of worms that we don't want to deal with. So when we get to the nightlife, we're going to go in, and I just need you guys to be just there for backup. Kind of a show of power. I don't need anybody picking fights or anything like that, but we still need to make a presence known.
Chep, I'm looking
Does that
at
make
you.
sense?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Any questions? Well, let's head to the Mercedes then,
Quick question: why is it called the Petrov Manor?
because the Petrovs live there.
Right.
All right, they head to the car. Right, what's a manor?
Hey, what's a manner? Something you don't have.
I've been told that I have very good manners.
Yeah, you do. You do have good manners.
You're very polite. Yes.
This precious resource, Chep, must be protected.
Is
You are a very polite person.
Is Kelly laughing or scrapbooking? Okay.
She's scrapbooking. She's making notes. Oh, I think she's still tearing papers.
She's digging
I'm
through.
reading the papers and I'm tearing them.
She's
All right.
digging through your trash, looking for something that she can use later.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and head out.
Would you like to roll investigation, Miss Kapowski? This is on you, Shade, by the way. I don't know what's in your trash.
If it's over there in recycling, then it's nothing really important. It's probably just like the daily security report of the building, that type of thing.
Would your name be on any of it? Your name.
Would my name be on it? Probably not.
Okay.
The daily security report is sometimes a very interesting read, and if it's for today, that might not be a bad thing to have. So I'm going to pocket that.
I
Okay.
feel like reports would typically be like denoted like not under like a full name, but it'd be like first initial and then like a section of last name.
Well, this is highly sensitive military grade stuff.
And just note that I've not been in my office for the past couple of days.
And the average person that works there doesn't know his name. So
And so I wouldn't have ran the most recent reports.
it's a very small group of people that has any idea what his real name is.
I'm still going to pocket it because they could have, whatever happened, they could have been planning it for a while. And so any anomalies on any previous security reports might lead to some information.
Just make sure, for my sake, you note what happened that day in that. Just not that security port that I found. If you can note what day it what stuff happened that day, in relevance to you, so that I have an answer for you later. Right?
I'm going to roll perception just to see if I notice her pocketing it.
Okay. Well, that'll be versus her, I guess, stealth or sleight of hand, whichever. That's gonna be sleight of hand.
Okay.
Miss Kapowski.
I'm writing down that I found the security report. How many days ago do you want it to be?
It's been at least 2 days since I've been in the office, so it'll be 3 days old.
3 days ago was
That would be
your
our second day.
Second day. Which is the first day you met Chucky.
Mm-hmm. I'm writing that down for you.
Most likely, I did not perceive her doing it. I only rolled a 13.
Eyesight
Okay.
not so good anymore, Shade.
24.
My God. Take up pickpocketing. Get out of the hero game. There's a cat-based villain that you might enjoy.
You know, we haven't, Mike. We haven't established my arch nemesis yet. I need to do.
I'm waiting on you, dude. That's
I
not.
know. That's what I'm saying. I need to do that for you.
We can, if you want to, after stream tonight. If we have enough time, we could talk about it.
I'm going to go actually through. I've got several rogues. What the hell are they called?
The Rogues Gallery book.
Yeah, the Rogue Gallery books.
You can also that Jabs, if you'd like, I could send you that Jabs build website that has all that stuff. It's literally just builds of all comic book and animated characters. If you can think of a thing, it exists, and then you can reskin it. That's basically how I've been making all the NPCs.
I'll get that to you before the next time we stream then.
All right.
Cool. All right, so exiting the office, heading to the Mercedes. I make sure I lock everything up.
Okay.
Like I said, I did not notice Kelly pocketing that, so we'll see where that comes to bite me in the ass later.
All right. You are back in the car, and you're heading out.
Yes, I'm basically just heading straight over to the Neon Nightlife.
Okay. It's we'll put it at about 9 p.m., which is a little early for Petrov hours, you know what I mean? But still, things could be in the swing, right?
Well, I figured if they called me, they're probably there.
Right. Overly loud person that runs a public storage. What is happening? Oh.
How was that?
Oh, there's people. There's people in the... Okay. It doesn't take you long to get there. You're parked outside the Neon Nightlife.
Yeah, I would park straight outside if there's parking available there.
Sure. Even if there isn't, I don't think they'll tell you.
Well, it's my Mercedes.
I know.
They probably have it on file.
Yeah, I'm
Not
sure.
like
I'm sure it's listed.
Yeah.
With locals.
So everybody understands what we need to do here, right? Just let me do the talking. If you do have something to say, maybe whisper it in my ear.
Yeah, gotcha, Super Chief. We'll be quiet as church mice. Just you said the thing like I'm struggling with. You said like we're there as like a show of force, but we're not supposed to get in a fight. Like, what?
Have you heard the term "walk tall and carry a big stick"?
I've heard the phrase "speak softly and carry a big stick."
That works as well. So basically, we're just there for show, or you're there for show.
Okay.
The only
where are we
time
going to pick up a stick?
No, it's a phrase. It's a turn of phrase. You don't need to pick up a big stick. Oh my god! Did you and Shep go to the same school? Did you guys?
I didn't go to school.
So.
Did you guys ride the same bus?
All right. What's your point of entry?
We're gonna go in the front door.
Okay. Walking
We're
up,
gonna make our presence known.
Walking up, there's already a line established outside. This is an
We
active
walk
nightclub.
past the line.
Okay. But front entry bouncer type people. What's your plan there?
I just walked straight up to the bouncer and I looked at him and I said, Bruce's expecting me. Tell him Shade is here.
Go ahead, and would you like to roll persuasion, intimidation, something?
I don't know that I would necessarily need to if he wants to go ahead and do it, but yeah, I could roll persuasion. Interesting enough, I do not get a bonus. I wouldn't persuade him in any way, shape, or form.
That's a 5. Okay. He just holds his hand up and like there's a little radio off to the side, and he starts talking on it. Sir, I was asked that you do not take the front entrance.
I prefer to walk in the front.
And I was told that I'm not supposed to let you do that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of already past the point. We're already in the front door. You
Well,
kind of
we're-
failed at that job.
No,
We're standing at the front door. It's
Yeah.
the
Oh, we're
line.
at the front door. I thought we were inside the front door.
No.
Oh,
Is
okay.
there, is there a cord like along like poles that they're using for the line?
yeah.
Okay, I would just kind of, while looking at the guy, kind of scoot over to one of those poles and just gently bend it into a U shape while looking at him.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
There's got to be a bonus for intimidation if he does something like that.
Okay. $15.
Yeah, no thanks. Fuck it, come on in.
I just kind of turn to Chase and kind of give him a little nod of approval. He did good.
There's the four of you start to walk in, and there's one guy that tries to slip in with you. I'm with them.
I just turn back and shake my head.
The bouncer grabs him. No, fuck you. Gets. You're inside.
I just look for another worker in there. Because obviously I don't know where a Bruce is.
You're near the entrance is the bar. There are servers walking around. There's a bartender, but this place is packed. It's very loud.
I go ahead and head up to the bar then. I lean across to the bartender and I say, Bruce is expecting me.
I can radio back or something. Yeah, 1 second. Sorry. 2 shots. Gotcha. Sure. Yeah. He starts pouring something, and pretty soon a large man in a suit approaches. You don't recognize this person, but you're wanted downstairs.
Why don't you go ahead and lead the way then?
All right, follow me. Kelly's a 13-year-old in the club.
No one has questioned it.
I, as I'm walking, purposefully bump into people. I want to make sure that, I mean, obviously we're in costume, but I still want to make sure that we are noticed.
There's a lot of looks and then knee-jerk reactions. About halfway through, the music stops, and they really notice you.
We continue walking.
You go down a hallway in the back. Still nicely kept, but after the second door you hit, there's a set of stairs leading down. This looks like maintenance. Utility leading into a basement area somewhere. You get down there and you find yourself in a very nice lobby. An exit going out somewhere. You're definitely below ground, but can't imagine where. This way, sir. He opens a large set of doors that are red velvet with fake jewels encrusted to make a cross pattern. It opens up and you find yourself in a very decent, nice casino.
Casino?
Yeah. Nobody's in there right now. Seems mostly empty. There's only a handful of people walking around working on stuff. Pretty quickly, after being asked to wait there for a second, Brusa walks out. Now, Shade, have you met Brusa before? Oh my god. That picture's so big.
I'm going to say not, but he knows of him, but has probably never met him. Ooh, he's nice.
Handsome
A
fella.
big guy. At the neck.
Shade! How are you?
Well, I've had better days. Well, what should I call you? Should I call you Bruce or should I call you Mr. Petrov? Or
Keep it to Brusa.
a Brusa?
I mean, nobody else around here can call me that, but let's be honest here, we're playing a different game.
Right.
See, you brought your, newest training committee. Interesting, field trip.
You know,
That
Just
one
like-
shouldn't be in here, by the way. I got
No.
liquor license to look after.
you know what? Surprisingly, she's older than I am.
Weird. Like a Benjamin Button type thing, or?
That's hard to explain, but she was born before I was.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, do you want to talk here? Is there somewhere you want to go?
Oh, this is safe as anywhere else. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised you came down.
You thinking he's not worth it?
I'm thinking that there's been a gentle peace in recent years.
I see what you're saying.
There's no reason that Chucky's worth all this.
I'm not looking to, how shall I say, cause any vibrations between us. There's no reason to create any ill will in any way, shape, or form. We've always seemed to be being able to coexist with each other.
Holy shit, you're gonna pay for that little worm. Wow! That is surprising.
I'm willing to pay for him, but I'm only offering back 100,000.
Oh, come on.
Look, now you know that's more than what he owes you.
That is not how interest works, and I think you would know that, Mr. Shade.
Oh, I know that, but that's more than what he originally owed you.
He owes me blood, sweat, and tears. He owes me pain. He owes me annoyance, and I think we can agree on that one.
Oh, well, he owes me that as well.
I mean, that sounds a lot cheaper than $100,000.
I just turn and look at him.
Wisconsin? Heavy accent there.
So as I was saying, 100,000 more than pays back what he owes. And I got to tell you, though, you know, we could have cleared this up with just one really quick phone call out to the Petrov Manor, but as I understand it, the old man likes to keep his personal business separate from his regular business. So I'm sure you don't want that, right?
Oh, maybe you haven't heard. We're not really spreading it around, but dear old dad ain't feeling so great.
Well, then there's no reason to disturb him with this at all, then, right?
See, everything's been placed a little bit on myself and Anya. the call would fall on deaf ears. Nice try, though.
So I
And
tell you what,
shade, generally in negotiations, threats aren't a good idea.
let me tell you what. Leftover 50,000 between you and me. Chucky walks today regardless. You'll take the 100,000, and you and I can figure out something else for the other 50.
You're lucky the cooler head is here. Anya's heading in. She had a mani-pedi. Deal. Would, Carlos, would you mind going getting young Charles? Don't worry. He's got all his fingers and toes.
If he didn't, that would be his own fault.
I mean, it'd be hard to blame on me. He might have sold him himself. It does inquire a question, though. What's a vanguard want with Chucky?
Look, you use people, we use people. The man has some value to us.
Fair enough. You might want to keep him out of my establishment then, because...
Well, and that's where I may be asking you another favor. Refuse his business. You know he's trouble.
You know, if he doesn't come to me, he'll go to some of my competitors, and...
Right. But at least you'd be one less. And you don't want that headache.
Fair. Chucky Potts will no longer be allowed anywhere on a Petrov property.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure he will, in time, appreciate it himself.
I have something to request of you,
Go ahead.
since we're asking favors. Don't ever dirty my door again. Unless you have real stake in this.
If I need to communicate with you again, I guarantee we will do it through the right channels.
Agreed. Chucky comes wandering out. Hey! Oh, snap! You're in trouble now! You're gonna get lit up! What's up? What's up? What's up?
Shut your mouth.
I turn and give Kelly a quick glance. I turn back. Chucky, I think it would behoove you to keep your mouth shut just for a little while.
What are you talking about? We're not
Chucky.
tossing this.
Chucky,
Okay. I get it. Strong silent type. I'm on it.
I go ahead and hand Abrusa the card that I brought with me. I believe that'll take care of it.
Mind if I check first?
Go right ahead.
Grabs a little device off a table. What do you think of the place? New venture I'm trying. I know it's not completely on the up and up, but...
Well, it's definitely not on the up and up, but, if this were legit, this would be mighty impressive.
It's, we're trying to offer to a higher clientele, you understand? Get out of the streets.
I completely understand.
Well, seems to be working just fine.
All right. Well, until next time, Mr. Petrov, I believe we're probably done here.
We are.
If you don't mind, you can have one of your aides show us through the proper way to exit out of here, so we're not making as much a scene exiting as we did entering.
Absolutely. James. He's the one that brought you in. Just follow him on out. It was lovely meeting all of you. What? You're led to the door. They take you up those same set of stairs out of the lobby. But you go farther down that one hallway. Let out a fire exit in the back alley. What the hell was that? What was that about?
Don't talk to her in the car, Chucky.
This is bullshit! You could have taken him. You could have taken him. They could have taken him. The little one could have taken him.
Chucky, I just paid $100,000 for you to get out of there. I would appreciate if you don't talk to her in the car.
He gets all pouty. You're all in the car.
So, this is to the rest of the people. So that's one half of the brother-sister team of the Petrov family. Sister's name is Anya. That's Brusa. You'll hear a lot about them as you progress in your career. We tend to try to keep things calm between the Vanguard and the Petrov family. Yes, we know that they're involved with a lot of highly illegal things, but they can make a lot of trouble for us as well. So as long as they're not causing a lot of death or anything like that, we kind of coexist. I know it doesn't seem like the right thing to do or the best thing to do, but probably the smart thing to do.
I certainly wasn't gonna question you in there, Shade, but yeah, I gotta say, I guess I don't get it. They're right at your doorstep, and the Vanguard's super powerful and shit, right? Why can't you just take care of them?
Sometimes they provide a service that others can't. Through them, we get a lot more information about bigger problems in the city.
One of those little fish, big fish things.
Right. Necessary evil.
Is that who you talk about me when I'm not here?
What, that you're a necessary evil? All right, let's get in the car.
He doesn't talk much.
As we start to leave, I'm heading in a specific direction. And as we're going there, I would like to instruct Chucky that, Chucky, I know you probably don't appreciate it right now, what I just did for you. I know you'd rather see us do something to the Petrov family, but you know what? They're not the ones who got you in the situation that you were in. You understand that?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Shade. I appreciate you paying them, but
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 They didn't.
what, Chucky?
They didn't treat me so good. I thought we were friends. You didn't need.
All you are to them is someone to make money off of. Make sure as hell did tonight. They're not your friends. They're not there to help you with anything. They just want money from you, and they know that they can get it from you. Now, because of our past, Chucky, and you've been good to us, and you've been good to the Vanguard. You've been good to me. But I had to tell you, this is the last time. I'm not coming to save your ass ever again. But I am giving you an opportunity. And that's where we're going right now.
What does that mean? He starts looking around the car. What does that mean? What is he talking about? What does that mean?
Just give him like a.
What-
What does that mean, Shade?
I'm taking you to a facility. And you're going to get the help that you need.
Facility? What are you talking about?
This is what you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No. Let me out of it. Child safety. God damn it!
Oh my, are we taking this guy to get neutered?
You know, I think that's probably a little extreme there, Shaq,
Chucky,
but,
it's just a rash. I could get the cream, man. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary.
No, Chep. I think he's talking about an Amy Winehouse song.
Oh.
Chase has it correct.
Oh.
You know exactly where we're going, don't you, Chucky?
Yeah, come on. Listen.
I am offering you this.
Mm.
You can walk in there on your own, and I pay for your entire rehabilitation. Or you walk away, and you never get help from me again. Those are your options.
Counter argument.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I take the help, but I'm not walking in. I'm gonna do a dramatic. You carry me and throw me in through the front.
They won't take you unless you say you want help. I'll walk in with you, but you're walking in on your own.
Fine. But I just want everyone in this car to know this proves that he loves me. Somebody take a selfie. Little one, you have a phone. You're a teenage girl. You have a phone.
yeah, I have a phone.
Take a selfie. He like reaches over the seat. Take a selfie.
Kelly,
A guy who's a
selfie is when you take a picture of yourself by yourself or with someone. That's what a selfie is.
Oh. No. I'm not going to do that. That sounds really desperate and weird and kind of like selfish. Yeah, no. I don't like that trend. I'm not into it.
You guys aren't
What was
fun.
that?
You guys aren't fun. You're not fun. You drop him off. He walks in.
I go in with them and I just say to him, I say, I hope you can do this. And I'm being serious when I say, this is the last help you'll ever get from me.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
I appreciate you. And I want you to know that comes from deep inside. That comes from a real place. As you're
I'll wait
walking.
to hear that when you're done with your rehab.
All right.
Good luck.
Where do you go? Now that you've dropped him off.
I get back in the car with the rest of them and head back to the Crux. I get behind the seat, start driving, and basically say, I think I've had it for the day.
Heavy stuff, man. Like, I'll ask you what that was all about some other time.
I'm gonna use the restroom. You guys keep going.
All right.
Just it's weird, like I hardly know the guy, but I feel I guess I get how you feel a little bit. I feel bad for the guy. We tried to take my pops to a place like this once. It didn't take.
It's not for everyone. That's definitely for sure. Part of the job, guys, is not only what we do day in and day out to protect people, it's also showing compassion. And someone did that for me a long time ago. And I've got the resources, so there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to do it for someone else. But I think you also got to show some tough love. What was that, Kelly?
You were in rehab?
No. It doesn't matter what the help was in anybody's situation. It's just that if someone reaches out to you when you need it the most, I think that's the lesson to be learned.
Yeah. Hey, so like if we were in one of those like comic books and stuff, I feel like you told me it'd be quiet and everything.
What do you mean if? Don't you understand that it being like in this group you already are? You signed the release, right?
Oh no! Did
Oh,
a wizard
holy
trap me inside a comic book again?
Holy shit, Snacks, dude. I thought you were talking about like us actually being fictional characters in a comic book. Like that's where we were right now.
But
Oh,
no. They're taking what we're doing right now and they're putting it into a I mean, that's how Kelly
Okay.
knows.
So okay, that kind of goes into what I was talking about. I feel like if this were the comic, if the way it would be written in the comic, after I like bent that bar thing, after our conversation before, I would have said like, "Hey, I found the big stick," but you were all like being all like strong and silent, so I didn't do that.
Right. And you know what? On that frame where you're bending the thing, there's probably going to be like this big overlay that says "Krieg." Yeah, that'll look impressive once it's in print.
Kelly, what are you looking up? Looks like Laura's looking up rules or something.
No, I was changing the color of my dice.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
On this super awesome dice app here called the 3D RPG Dice Roller by Puddlefist Incorporated, otherwise known as Patrick. Coming soon to a app downloadable store near you.
I can't remember who I was talking about this with, and somebody else said it, but what about the puddle roller?
Puddle roller?
Yeah.
I still think it has to have dice in there somewhere for people that are doing a search. It has to have
Puddle dice?
If you put it in the
Dice.
keywords, it'll show up when they search.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully it'll be up in the Windows Store by early part of summer.
Early part 2024.
A puddle dice fist roller.
Fist roller.
You don't want a fist roller.
Just call it a puddle fist full of dice.
That's not bad. I like that.
Was that?
Puddle fist full of dice.
That's good. That's good. All right. You all sleep. Yay.
Yeah, we head back and basically that's the end of the night, I guess, for us.
Mm-hmm.
I got to write a bunch of notes, so go ahead and talk while I'm typing a bunch of crap out.
Next morning, early, a person, as opposed to a food just appearing, a person comes around and knocks on all your doors and asks what you want.
Huevos rancheros.
I will search. Okay.
I take it Synapse isn't back.
I don't know. I on internship with the logistics. I'm just supposed to come over here, talk to you guys.
Pancakes!
Pancake. Yes. Short stack, large stack. What kind of?
I'm a super.
Okay.
Large stack with bacon.
Bacon.
Preferably if the bacon is in between every layer
Bacon
of
in
the
between
pancake.
each layer of the pancake. What kind of syrup or jelly or peanut
Maple.
butter? Maple.
Lots of it.
Lots of maple. Okay. Yes.
Thank you!
Okay. Just please, you're yelling at me.
Okay. How much room you got on that notepad, buddy?
I have a couple pages here.
That will do for now.
20 minutes later.
Okay, we're gonna start off this rodeo with 5 breakfast burritos. I want every type of flavor that the place has. We're gonna get 2 platters, and I do mean platters, not plates, of biscuits and gravy. Go ahead and finish that off with 24 dozen.
24 dozen.
And go to helping the bacon too. Got all that, champ?
Cut to the restaurant. Do you have a Costco-sized hammock full of scrambled eggs? No? Okay. Yes, you're given your breakfasts.
Wait. I'm worried that what you heard was give me a lot of eggs and bacon. What I actually said was give me all the eggs and bacon that you have.
I think I'm gonna start rewatching Parks and Rec again. I've been wanting to.
First season's rough.
I don't start in the first. I don't do the first season. I do like midway through the second.
Yeah, that's a good call.
As soon as Mark Brandanowitz leaves, it's better.
It's
As soon as Mark Brandanowitz leaves and they realize all the side characters are good too, that show just shoots through the roof.
Yeah, they thought it was like a 2-person lead with a supporting cast. No, it's absolutely an ensemble, and they should have treated it as such from the beginning.
Yeah.
They got lucky. That show was so bad in the first season, they got lucky they got a fucking second season.
It's not the worst first season I've ever watched, but it's pretty.
It's just it's
There's
not
some pain. There's some really painful Leslie moments.
it's just not funny, so much of it.
Seems like a lot of those shows start out really like it takes them a while to get momentum.
Seinfeld season 1 was kind of like that.
Seinfeld season 1 and 2.
Yeah. Schitt's Creek, absolutely.
Schitt's Creek gets much better in the second season.
Yeah, definitely.
You done with your note, Shade?
Yes.
You were told, the rest of you were told via your earpieces that you were to meet at the training room.
Over breakfast, I would have definitely read through that security report. But you do not need to come up with that information on the spot right now.
Ow.
You can give it to me later.
Okay. Okay. You all meet up with Shade, who is waiting for you at the training room already. The training room is much larger today. And there is the only way to describe it is a train trolley sitting in it. It's maybe a half a mile long, the whole training room. Go ahead, Shay, take over.
Is it just me or did this place magically get bigger?
Shay, did you hear me?
Yeah. So, I hope that you were able to get some rest last night and had a decent enough breakfast.
It was okay.
I mean, it's never fun getting your sleep schedule messed with, but you know, like I said before, I've done extra innings before.
Well, today's training is going to be just a little bit different than what we've done in the past few days. More of a psychological training for you. Side note, Mike, did we say we're going to do this individually or as a group?
I think it was going to be individually.
Individually?
Yeah.
Do we want them to observe each other's decisions or have them separate?
Nope.
Not observe.
Not observe.
All right. So is it going to be an individual exercise? So I'll ask that one of you volunteer to go first, and then the other two go sit in the waiting room right there where you can't necessarily hear or see what's going on.
Okay. I volunteer for the waiting room.
I'll go first.
Okay. Skipowski, excellent.
So
Okay.
you'll just like send me a text message when you're done.
We'll come and knock on the door. Kelly will come
Or
and get
or the thing you have in your ear that you can communicate with each other.
you. Yeah, that we can still communicate with each other.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Chep, did you pawn and or steal your headpiece?
No, I still got it.
Okay.
He's just used to selling things.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, Kelly, if you want to go ahead and follow me, we're going to go ahead and get on the track onto the trolley here.
Are we actually doing this one on just and make those two leave so that they?
Well, I don't know. They both walked away. So
Oh, that's a good
I know.
call.
I think we should do it. I think that they.
That's cool. Let's do a
Maybe
sub room.
hear what's going
Let's
on.
do a split room. How do you do that?
Patrick can create breakout rooms.
Breakout room. Breakout room.
And then assign Phil and Corbin to the breakout room.
Okay.
Yeah. Kick him out. You're a god
It
now.
should be down at the bottom under more. Or if you want to make me the host, I can create breakout rooms.
At the bottom under more. Oh, hold on.
Can you add people and take people away from that breakout room?
You can move people around.
Okay, that'd be great. If we could do a cut to where I go over, you send
don't
me
know
over
that-
and I can do a cut to what they're doing.
I don't
That'd
know
be
with my
fantastic.
account that I could do a breakout room.
Try making me host.
Okay.
Try being smarter.
Well, I've never done it before, but Laura has.
I don't have more options than chat and record on this computer.
It's usually
But that's why I'm saying I don't know if.
yeah, because I don't have it now either.
Damn.
Phil just texted and said, just let him know when it's his turn.
Oh, how fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just see if Corbin comes back or not.
All right.
We'll just
if
tell
you
him to
wanna go
mute
ahead and
his
host again.
mute his audio or something.
Yeah.
Can you make Patrick host again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, yes. Kelly.
Oh, you can put them in the waiting room, though, Patrick.
Oh, put in waiting room.
Ha ha! Get out, nerds.
However, if you wanted to, like Mike, if you wanted to pop over to them to talk to them, you won't be able to because you can't talk to each other.
I posted in chat.
Oh, okay.
Or I can. Here, I'll do it on. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna do it on Krausen.
So actually, we're not getting onto the trolley itself. The trolley is down in the distance. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to this basically a lever station, is where we're going to go. It's a station, situated just offside from the tracks there, and we see the trolley heading towards us. And as we go into the station here, and Kelly, you're gonna be in charge of the levers here. Is what you're gonna be doing.
All right.
Now, as the trolley's getting closer, I then tell you, Kelly, there are
Medic bots.
right. There's a split here in the track. You can go into two different sides of the track. Now, on one side of the track, oh look, there's 5 people tied down to the track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now on the other side of the track, there's only one person tied to the track. Which gives you 2 options.
Yeah. How far away are the levers from the track where the things are?
How far are the levers from the track? I don't know.
Yeah, like how far away is the track? Like how far away are the people from where we are?
The people.
I don't know. Probably about 30 yards or so.
Yeah.
Well. And they're secured to the track?
They are secured to the track. So then the dilemma comes. Crap, give me a second.
You okay? Kelly, we need a diversion. Entertain the people. Do a goblin style dance.
Yeah.
Do a goblin style dance.
Well, I will begin talking out loud about what I think of this dilemma as it is right now, because what I'm assuming is that the train is going to be coming down the track, and I need to make a decision of whether it's going to go on track A or track B.
That is
so is
correct.
it going to kill one person, or is it going to kill 5 people?
Uh-huh.
And the logical side would say sacrifice the one to save more than that. But I don't really like the idea of sacrificing anybody unless that person was myself. And I also know that, like, in real life, a person could potentially be making this decision, but they're not a super. And I have super jumpy speed where I can physically jump to that person, potentially get them off of the track, and let the train go by.
And in this situation, you're not allowed to use your powers.
Well, that's rude.
Except the powers of your mind, that is.
Yeah. How many levers do I have?
Just the one.
Oh.
You can either let it continue down the track where the 5 people are, or you can divert it to the 1.
Shade, you launch the train. It's up to you.
I push the button, the train's going. Charlie starts.
I pulled the lever to divert it to the 1. And while it's coming, I still say out loud to Shade. Now, here's the other dilemma, is that I don't know anything about those people. So those 5 people
No, I think
over
you
there
do.
could
I
all
think
be...
you do. about the people there, because if you look very closely at the person that's the one, it's your mother.
That sucks.
That does suck,
That sucks
especially
a
since
lot.
that trolley's getting closer.
Yep.
We're doing a thing.
Yep.
It's one.
But here's the thing about my mom. My mom's the best person you'd ever meet, and she would tell me to let it sacrifice her to save the 5 other people. And it would suck, and I'd be really sad about it, and I would probably feel very guilty about it for years on end and go through a lot of psychological trauma, knowing that I was probably the reason that I killed my mom.
The trolley is absolutely run over that bot by this point.
Yeah, but it's what mom would want.
So she had already made her decision,
Okay. I love you.
and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's
Say bye-bye, Lincoln. Hi, buddy. Did you have a good day?
He did.
Yeah.
His ABA therapist is coming over in the afternoons now, and they play all sorts of stuff. Although he is not good at sharing.
That's okay.
We're working on it.
Yeah. I'll get there.
Her name is Miss Allie. She's very nice. She's
So yeah, there's my decision.
Okay. That's essentially it for the training is seeing how you would react in situations like that where you got to make that decision. A quick decision on who you're going to save. Sometimes it's the right answer, sometimes it's not, and sometimes you got to make a sacrifice.
I'm gonna be real pissed if like the 5 on the other end of the track were all like murderers and rapists, though. I'll be real pissed about that. But I know it's what she would have done. Anywho, I can't wait to see what psychological torture you do on the others. Because I'm assuming since I'm done, I can watch now. I won't say anything.
You know, it's interesting. I don't see why there's any reason that you couldn't watch them. But if you'd be so kind to go grab one of them for me, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't do that.
Well, you can
Yeah,
walk
I
over
don't know
there.
who's coming in
Kelly,
there.
Kelly, why don't you walk over there real quick?
Here I go.
As they are found. They are found real quick. They are
Do we know
found.
which one's coming in next?
Doesn't matter. Found Corbin. Go with Corbin.
We'll go with Corbin.
Corbin.
Here's the thing, though, is not knowing who to throw in the single track for him.
Go with a raccoon.
The real Muscle Man Savage.
Oh. Well, I just admitted Corbin. We'll see if he joins back in. There he is.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee now.
That's
All right,
you.
can pee.
That's you. So Kelly comes out and gathers you and takes you to Shade.
So anyway, Chase, that was the last time that I ever accepted $40 to be fluffer.
All right, Shep, if you just walk this way, as you can see down the tracks here, there's a trolley way down at the other end, about 500 yards away or so. We're going to head on over to this lever station, about 20 yards away from the track itself. And you can see that the tracks here, they split into 2 different directions.
Mm-hmm. Always hard to judge when a train's about to split off how to jump on it.
Right. But in this case, we can't use any of your powers whatsoever. You're going to be using the power of your brain.
Okay.
Okay?
His strongest muscle.
So, I'm going to push this button that's going to start the trolley.
Okay.
Trolley begins, coming down towards us. And then suddenly appearing on the track, tied down on one side of the track after the split, is a group of 5 people. On the other split is one person. You've got to make a decision which one you're going to save.
Which one I'm gonna save?
Right now, it's heading towards 5 people.
Right.
Pull in that lever towards you. We'll send it towards one person. Pushing it back the other way, send it back towards the 5.
I go towards the 5.
You're
I've
going,
got a reasoning behind it.
you're going towards the 5?
Yeah.
Then you got the reason.
It's more likely that one of the 5 people will see it coming and push the others out of the way.
They're all tied down.
Oh, they're all tied down? Shit. I made the
Everybody's
wrong
tied down. The 5 and the 1, they're all tied down.
Well,
You got about 200 yards.
Okay, I'm going for the 1.
Going for the 1. You look closer and you see it's Muscle Man Savage there.
Muscle Man Savage is on the tracks?
Yeah.
I'm on the tracks?
No, the real.
I am the real Muscle Man. I'm gonna commit suicide today. I will gladly sacrifice myself for the fate of 5 other people.
And the trolley barrels down and destroys Muscle Man Savage.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I think I need to make an appointment for you at some point here. I'm really concerned for you. But I gotta say, you willing to give up yourself to save others was a very heroic choice. That did not turn out the way I thought it would. You have me almost speechless. I would like to visit that mind of yours someday. What a ride that would be.
Well, you know, sir, I'm glad I can pass the test.
Right. Shep, would you go to Chase for me? Would you just do that, please?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can go get Chase.
Great, thank you.
I can't fucking breathe. Oh god.
Oh my lord.
You want to let the Philip in?
Yeah, I got to do that now. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Shep, you're allowed to watch now.
Okay.
But don't comment. Don't provide commentary or anything like that.
Mum's the word.
Just sit with Kelly over there and observe. Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode.
Hey, yeah.
Chep is the single stupidest character that's ever been in any movie.
I've completely reset the simulation. Chase, come follow me over here, please. What you see here is about 500 yards down the way is a trolley sitting on the tracks, and we're heading on over to a lever station. Once we get in there, you'll notice a very simple setup here. I push the button, it starts the trolley. Now what you got here is a lever. And if you look out on the tracks right now, you see that it branches off one way and another way. Now the lever, if you push it forward, it's going to go to the right. If you push it back, it's going to the left. And what you're going to have to do is make the decision without using your powers what to do in this situation. So let me just start the trolley here, and I'll go ahead and push the button. Trolley starts up. Now you'll notice what just appeared on the track there is on track going forward is 5 people connected to the track. They're tied down to the track. And on the other track is 1 person. So as this thing's only about 400 yards away right now, you're going to have to make a decision about which way you want that trolley to go.
Out of character, how fast is the trolley? So the trolley is, I assume, moving faster than...
It's speeding up as it goes by. So you don't have a lot of time to decide.
I would... I'd flip the switch to the track with 1 person on it, and then I would run after the trolley as fast as I can without doing anything like superhuman, I guess.
And as you're running, you notice that the 1 person that you've now guided this towards is your mother.
I'm like huffing and puffing, run toward it, like, shit, this is a really messed up situation. How'd they get anything on my mother? She died when I was 7. And then
You have the opportunity to flip that lever and save your mother.
I just kind of stop for a half second, and then I run back to the lever, full speed as fast as I can, ignoring the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
I rip the lever out, run back to the front of the train, and jam it in front of a wheel to derail it.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
Yeah. That's a 30.
You are capable of derailing the trolley. As it tips over, hits the ground, you see that there were a bunch of Metabots inside that go skidding, fall in all sorts of directions. There were maybe 20 or so in there.
There's something I got to point out here, Chase. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to save everybody. Once again, the challenge was to not use your superpowers. And in so doing this, you just destroyed 20 people that were willing to give their organs up to people who needed them.
All right, well, shit, man.
No, it's decisions like this that we have to make in split seconds. You never know what things are going to happen. Is there a right or wrong answer? I don't think there is. But what we have to get used to doing is making those decisions very, very quickly. Assessing the situation very, very quickly. Like I said, there's no win or lose. There's no right or wrong in this. But this is something that I tell you should challenge yourself daily to do. Is
derail trail trolleys.
No, making those split-second decisions and knowing what the consequences may be.
How am I gonna know if it's the right one, Chief? I'm
Never know if it's going to be the right one.
like I'm sorry, man. I'm not. I've never been a really smart dude.
Look, they're all robots. Nobody really died here. But it's all about making those decisions, and you'll get used to it over time. There's sometimes intuition will kick in, definitely, but just taking as much time as possible to make an educated decision, definitely. But I did learn a few things here today. I look at Shep. I learned a lot today.
One of the other robots that was tied down gets up, walks over, kneels before the trolley. The humanity.
Jeez, overselling it a little bit there.
That's basically it for today's training, guys.
Yeah. We
I gotta
all
let you know, though, you guys have been doing a great job so far. Yesterday was a tough day. I'm gonna say intellectually, because I don't know about you, but I was drained at the end of the day after trying to figure out what the hell was going on with Synapse. What the hell's going on with $3.2 million missing? What everything else that's going on? I just got to commend you for your work yesterday, and I appreciate you guys working as a team.
The secret is I try not to think too hard. Wears me out real fast.
Sometimes that's the best. You don't want to get your mind getting in the way. And sometimes I think that's not a problem for you.
I will forever remember, I'm gonna commit suicide.
Phil, just so you know, and you can go back and watch it because it was wonderful. He threw the switch to head towards the one person, and the one person happened to be Muscleman Savage.
The real one?
The real one. But then he argued that he was the real one, so then he's committing suicide. And it just went on like that for a little bit. And
that took me a long time to
recover. In his mind,
from.
It was the right decision, and believe it or not, it was the right decision to, in that case, commit suicide. You couldn't argue the logic with it.
We can't hear you, Laura.
It was something else.
All right. You guys are the best. Leaving there, what do you do?
Oh, and in the other situation, it was Kapowski's mother as well. And she let her own mother die because she knew that's what her mother would have wanted, was for the other people to live.
Because she's very noble. She's very noble.
I know I'm only 13, but can I have a beer? I just feel really gross.
No, I can't do that.
Then can I have a pound of peanut butter M&Ms?
Yes, we can accommodate that.
Thank you.
I feel like she actually wanted the peanut butter M&Ms and she started at a different level.
Right.
I learned a negotiation from my mother.
Yeah.
You aim high, and then you meet in the middle, and you get the thing that you really want.
Yeah. Okay.
Peanut butter M&Ms will do a lot more for you, kid.
All right, guys, we got a day ahead of us. We got some things to figure out. So I'm going to go ahead and bring. I got to contact Shatter and Tao and get an update on where we are in the investigation. I'm going to go ahead and put her on speaker. You guys are part of this as well as I am, so I think it's important for you to hear what's going on.
You're part of the team, guys. Okay.
So I go ahead and get Shatter on the phone.
All right. Hey. Shade, what's up? Oh, God.
Shadow, just so you know, I got you on speakerphone. I'm here with the recruits.
Oh, good, good.
I just felt, rather than having you tell me and then me relay to them, might just be easier. Are you okay?
Yeah. I was.
Did you just wake up?
No, I just went to bed like an hour or so ago. What's up?
Could you not sleep? Were you up investigating?
I was doing my damn job. Don't you get that tone with me?
No, I'm just saying. You know what? You're the rock star.
Oh, the rock star. This, if any, all of the rest of you can hear me, this is the snark that we all have to deal with all the time.
Yeah,
The old
snark.
man is always right.
Right. It's absolutely right. So,
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Shadow.
How are you?
so did we learn any? Okay, I'll let you guys finish. Anybody else want to say hi to Shadow? Go right ahead.
No, I'm good. Hey, how is everything going?
Okie dokie. I killed myself today.
That's a whole other thing, Shadow. I'll contact you later about that. Right. Yeah, yesterday was really kind of frustrating for us. I gotta admit, granted, it was frustrating for a lot of us. I get it, but we ended up with nothing yesterday, other than what we found out in the morning. With the Chase's discovery and actually, everybody found some stuff out. They did really well. I'm hoping that it helped with your investigation. Could you give us an update of anything that you found out?
Just to remind me, what was she working on?
What was she?
What was she specifically working
on? Nothing specifically. Just organizing the rest of the forensics and everything else.
Forensic went through, and the DNA is confusing to say the least. The bones were of a fake nature. The skin was that of pig, but all of the blood was in fact synapses. All of it. So it's like plastic bones, pig skin, and synapse blood. I stayed up.
Hell of a game of football there, Chief.
I stayed up till 4 a.m. to find that out. And then stayed up a lot longer trying to figure out what the fuck that meant. I think it's safe to say Synapse isn't dead. But
well, we can assume he was probably clubbed or something. That's his blood. They took him.
But how do you bleed that much and not die? I don't think Protector could bleed that much and not die.
He could have been possibly collecting his own blood to
Kelly, no more HBO.
I'm just saying.
I'm turning it off in your room.
People donate blood all the time. Don't you have like an in-house hospital?
Motherfucker.
And probably need to have blood donations on a regular basis, just so that you can provide it for when you all get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm putting on pants. Kelly, you send coffee to my location. You send it.
Do you want a lavender mocha?
The answer is yes. Whatever you're asking, I need it.
Shade, how do I send coffee? Synapse isn't here to read my mind.
See the console on the wall over there? Push the blue button. That's for the commissary.
Beep.
Welcome to the commissary. How may I serve you?
We need 2 lavender mochas, three lavender mochas. Who else wants a lavender
We
mocha?
need
Anybody else?
23 lavender mochas.
23 lavender mochas delivered to the
I'll drink the
location
leftovers.
of Shatter.
Delivered to Shatter. Who will be paying for this? Shatter?
No. Shade.
Charge to Shade. Confirm.
I hand Shade the 20 that I took back from him in episode 1. I gave you money to buy your like Epicac or whatever it was.
Okay. Confirm.
Confirm.
23 lavender mocha sent to Shatter from Shade. That will be $274. Thank you.
Well, those are expensive.
They're lavender mochas.
They're delicious. I'm getting one tomorrow at a fancy coffee shop here.
That's a real thing?
Yeah. They're really good.
Listen, man.
I like them. But
Hipsters
I
exist. It's all a real thing.
I like floral flavors. I also like rose mochas. I think they're delicious.
I hate floral flavors. So
How do you mix coffee and floral flavors? Doesn't the coffee just kill the other flavor? Like in a knife, with a knife or something?
Not when it's in like a latte mode, because then it's just the small amount of espresso with a shit ton of milk and
Also, if it's rosewater's winning that fight every day of the week.
and lavender. They're very overpowering flavors.
I don't cook with them,
Now,
so I
now
don't know.
Duncan had red velvet mochas, which were really, really good. Anywho. Okay, we're getting
Okay.
coffee.
You're getting
Lavender mochas.
I will get back to you when I get to medical. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey.
All right. Not a ton to go with on there, but really interesting thing to point out there. You know, it's strange though that he would accumulate blood to throw us off the trail. Yet he would know that forensics would look at everything else. They would look at the flesh. They would look at the bones. To think that he was not smart enough to think that they would look beyond the blood itself. Interesting. All right, let me get Dow a call real quick then too.
I mean, in fairness, though, like he really seemed to think that everybody else was an idiot. He kind of had that air about him. I can tell when somebody actively thinks I'm an idiot. Like I'm not smart, but I can like kind of perceive how people are feeling. And he really gave up that vibe. So maybe he really did think that forensics were inept and would just look at the blood.
Well, I mean, he definitely knew he was smarter than almost anybody here. So, but with that intelligence, it's just hard for me to believe that he would think that they wouldn't do the basics of their jobs.
Or maybe the blood is that red thing that Kelly mentioned earlier. The hairpiece, the red hairpiece.
Red
Red
herring.
herring.
Red herring.
Red herring.
Red herring.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what a red herring is.
But people are just wanting us to look at synapse and its blood and all that jazz, when really it doesn't mean anything.
That we're spending all of our time on that and not where we really should be looking.
But we're spending all our time trying to investigate synapse.
That we're spending all of our time investigating a place where a truck was supposed to have been.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was a surprisingly astute thing that you said there, Chip, because this because Shade, if you put the two
So casually insulting.
if you put the two ideas together, like Synapse is really, really smart and probably would know that forensics would not miss the fact that the skin and bones were made out of plastic. And then Chep's idea of a red herring and that the blood was made for us to think about Synapse. What if it's a third party? Like, they kidnapped Synapse for what they needed and set up the idea to make us think that he was dead. And they're dumb enough to know that, not think that forensics would catch that the skin and bone.
Who's smart enough to disable like a whole security system, but dumb enough to think forensics wouldn't figure shit out? That's like a really like, there's like this much is smarter than this, and like down here is dumber than this. It's like a really fine line there, you know?
I mean, you can be really tech smart and not street smart. Maybe. I don't know. It's a thought. Because I agree that I think Synapse would know better.
What if?
Let's talk about Chep's dancing for a second.
Hold on. What if he knows that we know he's too smart to think anybody would fall for that? So he set it up in a way that was not as dumb as we think he is, in order for him to like not be implicated.
All ideas. I'm going to write them down.
So what you're seeing is Synapse faked his own death stupidly to make us think that it was not him when it really was him. And there might be a third party pretending that Synapse did that all. But then again, it might just be Synapse pretending that a third party pretended to be Synapse that pretended to.
Okay. So you call Tao.
I just see this rolling on for about another 30 seconds or so.
A little trickle of blood comes out of
30 seconds later.
It's here.
And that's the mastermind.
But the one thing that bothers me though is if Synapse was the victim in this case, how did he not see them coming?
Tinfoil.
They were all wearing tinfoil hats and he couldn't read their mind. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Shep?
That is what he's saying.
Well, like you were telling us earlier, like we were supposed to like, train our minds on thinking about something other than what we had just seen. Don't think about the thing. So I guess if somebody he trusted came up thinking very, very hard about something else, maybe you wouldn't have seen it coming.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I told you. Well, now that we've got all those thoughts in our head, let me get Tao on the phone. See if we got an update from him.
Aloha, Shade.
How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good. Sorry, I'm out of the city. I'm in Denver.
You're in Denver.
Yeah.
What took you to Denver?
Oh, the trees coming out of the Colorado mountains, man. They're acting up again. It's okay. I'll be back in a minute. What are you calling for?
I'm just seeing if found out anything new.
You talking about the loading dock?
Yep. I got to tell you that we followed that truck where we thought it would be. We found that underground space there, but we just couldn't make any heads or tails of it whatsoever.
I read the report. That's interesting.
But I got to tell you, if things were shifting around, that's truck may still be on the property somewhere.
You're talking about searching down there?
Yep.
But why? That doesn't make sense, man. Why take all the stuff out of the truck and then leave? And then
there's
take
a
the
lot
truck
of
back.
things- There's a lot of things that aren't making sense right now.
All right. When I get back, I'll put some people together, I guess.
Hey,
Talk to Ani, see how it goes.
all right then.
All right. Good luck, Shade.
You bet. We'll talk to you later. So nothing really there either, guys. So, as I see it, we got some areas, some different ways we can go. We can follow up on loading dock stuff. We can keep trying to figure out the truck situation, which to me was kind of a dead end unless we're going to start searching trucks. And then we can keep looking for synapse, or Kelly, you had talked about last time, yesterday or so, the whole bank thing, the bank robberies.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something we can learn from those that may apply to what's going on here. I'm not sure which would give us the most bang for our buck, but right now we've got Shatter looking into the whole synapse thing. We got Cal looking into the loading dock and possibly the truck situation. So maybe our energies would be best spent looking into the whole bank robbery thing.
Can we stop by the med bay where Shadow is? Because I would really like one of those lavender mochas.
Almost definitely.
Okay.
So
You
I
stop.
agree. Bank.
so let's track down Shatter then, so we can grab at least one of the 23 lattes for ourselves.
You stop by. You get to the medical wing. Basically, it's 5 floors. That's an entire functioning hospital, and one of the most technological advanced hospitals in the world, quite frankly. Very fucking funny. Very funny. I don't know who did it. I'm looking at you, Kapowski. Very fucking funny.
You want to explain that one to her there, Kelly?
Okay, so that actually wasn't meant to be a joke or sarcastic in any way. I hadn't ever ordered off the blue button from the commissary, and I did that thing where you say, we would like 3, and then it said 23, and then it was an automated robot, and I didn't know how to tell it no, so we have 23 lavender mochas.
And
Courtesy of Shade.
And Shay didn't bother to let you know because the money is worth the joke. Who wants a mocha? Anybody?
Go ahead, and you can share them with the rest of your team.
I have a cart. She wheels a cart out.
Well, I'll take 2 of those.
Yep, go ahead. I need exactly 1. So here you go, guys.
You can share them with the rest of your team.
Okay. Well,
I don't really drink coffee.
well, you're not gonna like this, Shade. There is no blood for Synapse here, and not because it's missing. That son of a bitch wouldn't let us ever give blood. He made up some dumbass medical excuse, saying that, and I quote from his peers, they're gonna try to put stuff in me.
So if we've never had any blood samples, how do we know that's Synapse's blood?
Well, he's gotten blood samples during screenings and stuff like that, but he refuses to give blood.
To give blood.
Selfish prick.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. You're talking about giving blood, and you called him a prick. Oh, that wasn't
Unintentional.
supposed to be a
No,
joke.
no, that wasn't.
Sorry, I'm working on it.
That's it's interesting.
So
Are we sure that Synapse's skin and bones weren't made out of plastic?
I mean, no, but also there's no like there's no marrow to take from the bones to prove DNA. He has plastic bones? Why would he have plastic? That makes
Let
me
me ask
angry.
you this: did you do a DNA sample on the plastic bones?
We did not do a DNA sample on the plastic bones, Chap. Because they're plastic.
Because this doesn't make any sense. Like, in order to. So you're saying that all of that blood down there was Synapse's blood, but the bones and the skin that we found were plastic. So in order to make the splatter happen that happened down there, that blood had to be inside of the plastic skin and bones.
Pig skin, plastic bones.
Either way, pig skin, plastic bones, that blood had to be inside of it.
No,
To
just
make the
smothered.
splatter?
Just smothered. I mean, you could take the pig skin, drop it into a baggie full of blood, and throw it against the wall.
Or if you put everything inside of the same container
And drop something on
and blow up the container.
it. Right.
A container made of plastic bones. Or pig skin? Oh, Synapse, why?
Because pig skin most closely relates to that of a human.
So
I'm leaning more towards Synapse didn't plan this.
You don't think he planned it? Like, if he was never giving blood, maybe he wasn't because he was already taking out his own blood, saving up for this shit.
that's interesting. It's weird, but interesting.
But if he was doing that, wouldn't you think that he would donate his blood? Because that way we would come in here and see that he had a ton of blood and go, it must be his real blood.
But
I can't with this. I slept for 2 hours.
he would have to double donate, and he would be really tired and cranky all the time.
He was really tired and cranky all the time.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
I met some guys on the street that would donate sometimes twice, 3 times a week.
That's not blood.
That was plasma.
Yeah. Plasma.
Kelly, you were too young. You watch your damn mouth. I'm serious. I'm taking HBO away. It's gone.
I knew about that before HBO.
New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm a 13-year-old girl in New
God
Jersey.
damn it, New Jersey.
Come on, they teach that shit in school when you're 13.
Not at my school, but my school sucked.
New Jersey public schools. Viable income is.
It doesn't change much. We still have to work under the assumption Synapse isn't dead.
That's been my assumption since the beginning.
Which makes him the most likely suspect, which means we have to treat him as the most likely suspect.
Unless he was abducted.
At which point he can declare he was if we find him. Finding him is what we do now. Why is irrelevant.
Right. However, with no leads,
He had to live somewhere. He didn't live here.
Obviously.
But there's nothing on file. And he wasn't friends
How can
enough
there be
with
nothing on file on where he lives?
It's listed as we checked it out. It's a sewage treatment plant. He just gave a dumbass address and everybody believed him.
He gave a fake address.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What are you going to do? Lie detect the guy who can make you think whatever
Who can
the hell
make you
want?
believe anything, I assume. I've always assumed that since he can read your mind, he can also probably manipulate your mind.
Oh God, I don't want to think about it.
The guy scares the hell out of me.
You know what? I know he does because
I
you
like
remember
the guy, but he scares the hell out of me.
I totally agreed. 2 Christmas parties ago, do you remember when he had that thing with the glow in the dark antlers?
Right.
I just out of nowhere said, "Hey, that looks great." I didn't think it looked great. Why would I think that looks great? He definitely made me say that, for sure.
Yeah. All right, well, how the hell do we find out where he lived?
I don't know. We can follow the banks. We paid him. I mean,
Direct?
he got a check every other week. A digital deposit every other week. It's got to go somewhere, right? I'll follow that up and let you know.
All right. You know if he ever used any of the company vehicles, any of the Vanguard vehicles?
No, his wheelchair flew.
You know, his wheelchair was all smashed up, right?
Yeah,
We've got his wheelchair.
one of them, yeah.
You know if there's any information on that of where he traveled? You know,
A
records
GPS
or
tracker?
anything? Right.
There might be.
Hmm.
It'd be pretty messed up. I'll go down and listen. I'll follow up this bank thing. You go down there.
All right. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick before we head out and look into the other thing. Going to check out those banks. I think that's a great idea, but this is close.
Yeah.
Take too much time. And if we happen to find out where the hell he's been on that damn thing, maybe we can find out where he lives. If there's some place that he's traveled to a lot. So, crap. All right, let's go to the evidence room.
Evidence room. Evidence room.
All right.
Probably more of a warehouse, I guess.
Well, stored evidence happens down in his area, but new evidence happens in forensics, which is towards the bottom of the tower, but its own floor. Yes. You arrive. There's a UN lab coat person there. Yes, Mr. Shade, how can I help you?
Yeah. Did you have the remains of Synapse's wheelchair down here?
Yes.
that brought down to you guys?
Yes, we have it in total. We're currently reconstructing it and making sure we have all the pieces.
Yeah. Could you tell me if there's any type of GPS tracking system in that thing?
There should be, based on the specs we have managed to put together on its make. It was made in-house, and
Okay.
But the computer hardware has been pretty smashed up. It might be a minute before we pull anything off, if we can pull anything off.
Well, I don't want to, I think reconstructing the whole thing is a great idea. Um, Essentially, what we need, if you can pull anything from it whatsoever, is the GPS tracking where he's been, a
We'll
record of where he's been.
yeah, we'll look into it.
Okay, great. Just contact me when you have that all figured out. Then,
Okay.
if you discover anything, let me know either way.
Yeah. I absolutely, sir.
All right. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I guess I need to look into the locations of those bank robberies if we're going to be heading out to check those out.
The locations of the bank robberies. The first two, I think we talked about this, didn't we, Kelly? There's somewhere in your notes.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not saying something that's different.
You never gave us specific locations, just that they were all small town farm banks. But you gave us more specific info on like the dates, or like
Okay.
one was 2 months ago, 2 weeks after that, 2 weeks after that.
First two happened in Missouri, just over the border, north of Kansas City. Then they basically followed the Kansas-Nebraska line. The most recent one being in a small place called Eustis, Nebraska. Which looks like it's a couple hours from your location. Couple-hour drive. Fly, it'd be nothing. Chap could be there in a second.
Well, which one should we go to? The first one or the most recent?
Well, I understand that they're all very, very similar, so probably the closest.
Definitely need a game plan here, boys and girls. You gotta be careful when you don't know where you're going, because you might not get there.
Yeah.
So condescending. All right. What is your plan to get there?
Well, I don't think having Shep pick us up one by one and fly us back and forth because we would be destroyed by the friction makes any sense. I assume there's some sort of helicopter situation here at Vanguard.
Yes, you can requisition a vertibird. They're very particular, and you're not allowed to fly it.
So we need to find that and a pilot.
The pilots are generally, as long as there's a vertibird around, there's generally a pilot.
Right. So we're going to go ahead and requisition one of those.
Okay. Yes, it's not difficult. You were able to put it together fairly simply.
So you do have helicopters.
Were you told we didn't?
Yeah, Shatter said that we don't have a helicopter, when we were doing the training exercise.
Right. That's in the simulation area. We can't fly helicopters in the simulation area. The domed roof.
I'm failing to see the issue here, bud, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Chase on this one. If it's a simulation area, can't you just simulate a helicopter? You simulated buildings.
We were simulating a situation in which there was no helicopter support.
All right.
Okay.
I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
All right. You are in the vertibird heading there. Is anybody bad with heights? Chep, I'm looking at you.
Oh no.
This is really cool. When I was in the miners, we always had to take a bus.
Hey, look, you're in a small town in the middle of nowhere. Hey, sweet. Hey, sweet tea, thanks for the bits.
Aww.
Thanks,
Brah.
Bits.
Friend. Okay, there we go. Look at this small town. Could be anywhere.
Please tell me we just land the helicopter in the middle of the main street.
That was for Corbin. Corbin gets the bits. Corbin, you get the
I
bits.
get the bits.
Yeah. D said the bits are for you. They're heart bits.
Thank you very much. Paying for my drinking habit.
It's a not good. Yes, you were able to basically. There's nowhere to land, so you land on the local pasture. Sorry, Western Nebraska. A pasture off next to the local high school. The local cows are angry.
This place smells worse than my home.
Your home doesn't smell well?
It's New
Have you
Jersey.
been to Jersey?
I see what you're trying to say there.
Yeah.
Especially the shore.
It's like a mixture of salt water and Axe body spray.
Thanks for the
Well, this
song.
doesn't smell like that. It just smells like Wyoming out here.
You said it was a mixture of what?
Mine?
Yeah.
The fresh sea breeze and Axe body spray.
The local sheriff meets you pretty quickly as the vertibird starts to take off. You can call for it next time you need it. Oh my goodness! Hear that shade? Yeah. Hi. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Sheriff? Your name?
Johansson, sir. Kenneth. Everybody just call me Kenny.
Kenny Johansson. Well, Sheriff, we're kind of here. We understand that you had a robbery
Yes, sir.
recently, and we're here to kind of look into that.
Yes, sir. I imagine you want to talk to Agent Todd. He's
Agent Todd?
on. Yes, sir. He's the FBI agent working the case. He's been
I see.
in and out.
Where might we find Agent Todd?
He's at the hotel. I can have myself and my deputy here drive you into town.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Fantastic. Would your lovely daughter like to stop at the ice cream shop on the way?
That is not my daughter. This is a member of my team. This is Miss Kelly Kapowski.
I apologize, ma'am.
And
Ma'am,
you know, it
miss.
was kind of rude for me not to introduce my team. Miss Kapowski, we've got
Kenny
Captain,
likes biscuits and mustard.
and finally we've got the closer.
I love that show. Christian Chenoweth. My God.
Not exactly the same thing there. Yep. I'm just.
Who's the actress? Because I think I got it wrong.
It's
You want definitely got it wrong.
she's married to Kevin Bacon.
The
The closer is it's on the tip of my tongue. I
Closer.
Can see her face.
Kira Sedgwick.
Her Sedgwick.
I think you can agree where my brain was on that.
I absolutely want to stop at the ice cream store, but we have work to do first. So on our way back to our helicopter, yes, please take us to the ice cream store.
Oh, yes. I have them stay open. Generally, they're not open past 4:30 because, but I'll radio down. My brother's sister's husband works there, so it won't be an issue.
Hey,
You were taken down to the bank.
Do you guys think we're gonna see Carhenge?
what the hell is that?
I don't know. I hear they have it in like these like BFE small towns.
What town are we in? By the way, I didn't write it in my notes.
Eustis, Nebraska.
Eustis, Nebraska.
It doesn't look anything like this. In fact, it's much smaller, but it's a town. In the moment, it's a town I remember from my childhood. So, as you're pulling up, getting out of a black SUV, is this individual. You'll like this, Corbin.
Fuck you.
Why would Corbin enjoy this?
Give it a minute.
See Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right.
Agent Todd, this is Shade and Kelly Kapowski, Chip, and the closer, not Keir Sedgwick. Different one. Very good. Pleasure to meet y'all. This has been designated federal business, Shay. Don't mean to step on your toes or anything like that, but do you have a purpose?
Yeah, we do actually. We understand that the bank robberies that they all had a lot of things in common with each other, and we believe we have a situation back at Vanguard, which sounds a little bit similar as well.
I see.
We'd just like to understand what has happened here and be able to see if there might be any type of connection between the two.
I'll hand it from here, Sheriff, if you want to just go ahead and clear the scene. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. You want to follow me inside? He raises up the tape, opens the bank, go inside. This is the Western Nebraska Bank and Trust. Just one of many tiny-ass banks hit. Bureau was notified when the first bank, obviously a significant share, but I was asked to come in shortly after when a lot of patterns started to develop. Patterns that, quite frankly, if I was in charge, you guys would have been aware of a minute ago. They're always taken by people that work here. 100% of the time. Normal, everyday people. One day they're fine. Next day, they're walking in with fully automatic weapons, demanding to take all the money. We never find the weapons. We never find the money. And they don't remember doing it 100% of the time. They're always on camera. They don't bother wearing masks. This screams superpower to me from top to bottom. But, pissing contests. The only other thing I found in common is all of these people are friends, good friends, in many cases, hang out a lot. 100% of the occasions, they were all together at something. A birthday party, going away, retirement, karaoke night, whatever, the night before. And then they all just decide this. I question everybody at those bars. I got nothing, though. All these towns, there's no cameras on anything. And everybody's so drunk they don't remember anybody. And this particular shithole, that includes the bartender and owner and cook. He's the same guy.
So nobody else was involved except for the people that actually worked at the bank.
Not a single person. They even used one of their cars, whoever had the biggest one. They're found later, no clothes, no weapons, no money, outside of their town somewhere in the middle of the country. I have to assume there's a drop-off. The car's found too.
Why take their clothes?
I can only assume some sort of fiber forensics. If they touched the other person in any way. I don't know.
Or the crime is sexual in nature.
We have had certain tests done, and that doesn't seem to be the case.
Will you excuse me for just a second? Remember when, and I'm going to walk a little bit away. Remember when you told us, or they told us that when and if we meet Synapse, not to touch or hug him? Or
I now walk
anything?
over and join her. What?
Never mind.
Dick move.
Oh, come on, Laura.
No, she's writing it down. I made her shit list right there.
Uh-oh. Kill
No, I think
Shade.
Patrick made the shit list, not Shade.
Now, hey, that's only fair. I get this crap from him all the time. Y'all get to deal with it occasionally.
She's gonna get a lot more of it once her campaign starts.
Yeah, this is what you get to look forward to, Laura. Every day.
No, she walks over. I follow her.
As you guys are leaving, you hear me saying to the police officer, so anyways, about this sexual nature crime.
Yeah.
Let me explain my theory.
It's not okay.
Let's
Continue on with your conversation.
Wow, no.
So you remember when they told us if we found Synapse, that we shouldn't hug him or touch him or anything? Why?
My understanding is because of his heightened sensitivity, that it was just too much for him to take. It was too much of an irritant.
Mm.
I mean, imagine being so incredibly sensitive to people's thoughts that the closer they are to you, the more it comes rushing in as a flood. You know, when they're 100 yards away from you, it trickles in, but as you get closer and closer and closer, that was my understanding. That could be what he just told people.
I mean, I was trying to think of a reason why they would be without their clothes, and I thought maybe it was dumb. Maybe he's like leaves a goo or something. I don't know.
No, Maybe it was sexual in nature. No.
Keep going. Keep going with your investigation.
I see what you're trying to say there, but it just seems like they were trying to remove every trace of evidence possible. I mean, there was nothing left. No weapons, no money. The cars are in a certain place. The clothing is gone. They're trying to remove everything that the DNA related, you know?
That sounds smart enough to be Synapse.
Yeah, definitely.
So why was the explosion not? Anywho, thank you for excusing me, Agent Todd. At times, my 13-year-old brain gets a little tin hat-esque, and I just need to check those crazy theories over with Shade before I say them out loud to another human being.
Yeah, that sounds good. If you're the crazy one, what the fuck is wrong with him?
But anyways, Agent Todd, before Kelly interrupted me, that's why they have to take the clothes off. It's not about the money. It's about the heist fetish.
Yeah, but where do they get that many rubber chickens?
Easy. They robbed them naked. From the factory.
I
Right,
apologize, Agent Todd. I do apologize, but we've been teaching the new recruits that they need to think outside the box. This one just happens to be much further outside the box than the rest of the recruits.
I don't know if he's ever seen the box, Shade.
Oh, he's seen some boxes.
I believe if you were listening to my description, I've seen plenty of boxes, Shade.
He lived in a few.
Okay. What were you guys? I need to hear what you guys were talking about because this is too much.
The only thing I got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kelly.
Oh, I thought Chase was asking us what we were talking about.
Yes. No. Go ahead, Kelly. You're correct.
I was running a theory about our primary suspect with Shade and why the clothes would be removed. It was a really dumb theory involving like goo and frankly was probably maybe a little bit racist on my part because, you know, he's blue. But then Shade explained that it's probably more along the lines of like, they're just removing every single piece of evidence, which sounds very much like something our primary suspect would do.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the same unsub? Because if I'm looking for a blue person, that makes stuff a lot easier.
In full disclosure, Agent Todd, I think, you know, us sharing as much information as possible could only benefit both of us. So give me just one moment to explain our situation to you. And I do.
How much of it do you tell him?
I tell you the truth, I have no reason to withhold information as he is an FBI agent, and I assume that he would keep everything confidential.
Out of character, do you think the phone book is something the Federal Bureau of Investigation would be privy to?
That's a good question.
Most things in the library is sort of a only.
Yeah, so maybe I would exclude that.
Yeah, the library is probably the exception to the rule there. That's some shit.
Don't mean to.
No.
No, that's
Shade would know that.
No.
Shade would know that.
No. So everything except the phone book.
Quite frankly, that makes sense to me.
My biggest question is, if you're gonna go through all the trouble of taking their clothes because it might have evidence on it, just like if it has evidence on it, why leave them alive?
You know, that's so weird. I was actually going to ask the same question. If they're trying to get rid of all evidence, why not just get rid of the people?
Just you're out in the middle of nowhere, they're naked, kill them, not even risk it.
Because there's a big difference between robbery and murder.
Well, okay, here's where Chet and I's theories differ. Because I'm not talking about, like, leaving bodies out there. I'm just talking, if they had the ability to do all this stuff, they could have just made these people basically disappear, I would think.
I don't think murder's in their MO. However, it will be part of this unsubs charge.
Yeah, but if this is the same people involved with the breakout at back there, they let loose murderers that were going to kill people.
But still,
Why are they being charged with murder?
All of the people involved were released. If we're talking about a superpowered person taking people hostage, which I believe we are. However, they're all in custody. The first occurrence before we were looking into superpowers, 2 made it out on bail and committed suicide due to grief. If this is a superpowered person manipulating people, they will be charged with third degree murder. Sorry against if any of you have superpowers, but that's just how we got to approach this. There's a different playbook for your types.
Oh, no problem. I get it. That's why I've never used my powers to commit a crime. Bad shit can happen. I've seen it before.
And I thank you for that. The mind manipulation makes sense. It could be the same person. The only thing, does your unsub like music?
I mean, that's a strange question, sir. I haven't met a whole lot of people that don't like music. That's
No,
pretty.
Is it part of his MO? The only thing any of them remember is hearing a song played over and over in their heads while they're blacked out. It's the theme of the Pied Piper. I'm currently calling whoever this is the Piper. I fucking hate it. Sorry. I can't. It makes sense. And, right. And there's always music. Live music at every place they went the night before.
did you say it was live music played, or was it like a DJ?
Some version, a band. In some cases, there was a open mic, karaoke. This one had a battle of the bands, but it was always people playing music and singing.
Was there any connection? That's what I'm looking for.
Sign up with similar names.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, was there similar acts at the same thing? Was it the same person at all the places?
One. A guy with an accordion. A single guy with an accordion, but his description changes. It looks like he has some sort of disguise kit. Beard, mustache, long hair, short hair. Shaved, not shaved, tattoo, not tattoo.
Is it a nice accordion?
Yeah, I think so. One witness described it as a real ivory.
I mean, there can't be that many places in town that can service a ivory accordion.
Or even near here.
Right.
That's a good thought.
Thank you. Not a lot of people say that to me, A lot of people just kind of roll their eyes when I say a thought and say, well, that's Chip. But, it always is good to hear somebody say, that's a good thought you had.
I need an ibuprofen.
I just take like from my gadget belt a bottle of ibuprofen because I know I've been using them.
I take out my smartphone
Thank you very much.
and I Google accordion repair shops.
Going west, there's nothing until Denver. Going back east, where the direction of these have been, there's one in Grand Island, Nebraska.
How far is that from the
Probably
various?
probably 2 hours.
Like, is it
Probably
is
2
it
hours.
central to kind of all of the different locations?
They're the of the 5, the fourth one is the third one is to the east, the fifth one, which you guys are at, is to the west, and the fourth one is directly south of Grand Island.
I'm gonna hold out my phone for everybody and I'm like, triangulated. There's an accordion repair shop in Grand Island, Nebraska that is literally right in the middle of all of these.
And that seems like,
That was a great thought, Chip.
I suppose it's a chance. I don't know how often an accordion needs to be serviced, but
Oh, you'd be surprised. It takes a lot of tuning.
I could just imagine Shep being like an accordion, like autistic player, like the what are they called? The
Savant.
savant.
Absolute savant.
Well, in a previous life, I was on a street corner once playing an accordion that I found in a dumpster. And, I earned a lot of good money that way.
My out of character here, my grandfather could play piano that way.
Really?
He could just hear something, walk up to a piano, and play. It was
Crazy.
It was insane.
I met a guy who could do that with the violin when I was going through college. He was a Asian guy, I think Chinese, but he just anything.
Yeah,
straight up.
I struggle to play any instrument, and when I just when I see people who can do that, it just blows my mind.
It's your brain doesn't work the same if you're capable of doing, like just
exactly.
you operate it in a different way than other people. It's incredible.
Yeah, and obviously he didn't know the correct fingering or anything like that, but he knew how to play the song. Didn't matter.
Same with same. He couldn't read anything. Admitted he couldn't read anything. Didn't care.
Well, that gives us something that we could follow up on. Now you had mentioned something, Officer
Todd.
Agent Todd, about blue. That made a difference to your thoughts?
No,
someone
I have
happen to
no
be blue?
description of blue.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I have
I thought you had said
description
something
of
earlier. I must have misheard you then.
Tall, well-dressed, slender. Generally wore a hat of some sort. Glasses. Always glasses. I was looking for somebody with astigmatism. Local hotels around here never matched. Also, his clothes were always of a very high quality. They just look nice. I don't know. That's the best description I got. So well-to-do someone, or playing the part.
Right. Well, when you're walking away with millions of dollars, you can probably afford a nice tailor.
Agreed. I had to get mine from Target on clearance.
Well, I tell you what, we could follow up on this, the accordion repair place, and keep you informed, or, if that's something that your office wants to handle, then you just let us know what you find out.
You're just going to take off like that? You walk in here with the biggest lead I've had in weeks, and you're just going to wander away?
No, we're gonna keep investigating here for a bit, but we obviously have something that we need to follow up on.
I'm going to Grand Island. He starts walking outside. You guys coming, or you gonna lock up after me?
We're stopping for ice cream first. They're specifically leaving the shop open late for me. He radioed. It'd be rude of us not to go.
Clarence, he uses real cream. That guy's legit.
All right, the guy must be famous for his stuff then. So,
They just got strawberry in last week.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's go get ice cream. Jason, you can come with us.
Who's Jason? Name's Tim, but nice try.
Was
Tim Todd.
Gordon Levitt was playing Agent Todd.
Yeah, Tim Todd.
His
Tim
name
Todd.
is Tim Todd. My
Oh.
brother's name is Timothy Todd.
Is it?
Yep.
It is an amalgamation of Tim Drake and Jason Todd, but yes.
Before heading to GI, we stop for ice cream.
And this is a great place to stop. So that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Okay.
Little early. Great cliffhanger. You guys and Tim.
On the road to Grand Island.
I'm sorry?
We're having the time of our life.
Are you?
I don't know.
All right. Check in on Sunday. We're going to have session 0, yes? GM Phil, session 0 Sunday for the redundant. 3, 2, 1. The redundant. And then we'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah! We're back, baby!
What is Tuesday?
R&D. What are you talking about?
Oh, duh.
Good night!
I missed so many of them.
Huh? Oh, pick somebody to raid. Yes. I don't know how to do that. Raid channel. Who's live? Pair's live. Start raid. See you later.